You hear it, you start salivating. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. Oh, yeah, Kate. They're blasting nursery rhymes like a psyop, luring us into a wild goose chase. It's not a treat, though. It's a conspiracy. I'm convinced to sell us exercise.
Spring is in full swing, and you know what that means. Ice cream trucks are back. Their jingles are echoing through Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and beyond, tempting us with dreams of soft serve and sprinkles.
You ever hear an ice cream truck in Northeast PA? It's like a siren call for gluttony. That jingle hits, and you're like, your head's turning like you're now on a squirrel on crack. Oh, soft serve! Woo! My life's about to get awesome. But then, if you're like me, you try and find it. Good luck. It's like tracking down Bigfoot with a snow cone. Grab the kids, honey, we're going on an ice cream hunt. 2 hours later, you're lost, you're sweaty, your dog's looking at you like, this is why I don't trust you.
If you can hear the ice cream truck, it can't be that far away, Prospector.
One would think, but the other day I'm walking my dog Puka, just a nice little stroll, and then that music starts. And it's so loud, it's like the truck's parked in my ear canal, and I'm thinking, cool, sweet, ice cream. I'll grab a cone, Puka gets a lick, we're living the dream. But this truck, it's like a ninja. I walk a block, nothing. 2 blocks, nothing. And the sound's not getting any louder or any softer. Zilch, I'm wandering around like I'm stuck in a desert chasing a mirage of chocolate syrup. Is the truck moving? Is that the truck there? No, it's a mailbox. Oh, my God.
You can't follow the sound? I mean, you just go in the direction that you're hearing the song. It's not that hard.
It is hard because it's not like, it's kind of like you know how ducks quack and there's no echo, but really there is, and it's just a weird one, hard to find. It's that same thing. I can't find the source of the sound. I can't discern which direction it's coming from. Ice cream is calling me, and my dog, Puka's no help. She's got these little legs, and after 3 blocks, she's like, I'm out. You want ice cream? Pick me up. Now I'm dragging her along, sweating through my shirt. The jingle's still going. It's mocking me. Hey, fatty, you want a sundae? Too bad. I'm starting to think it's not even a real truck. Maybe it's a speaker that some jerk taped to a tree. Well, it's just to mess with us locals.
That's kind of a genius prank, though, don't you think?
Actually, that is, yeah. But you know what's worse? When you give up and you hear it again. You're halfway home. You got Puka napping on your shoulder as you're walking, and all of a sudden that stupid song starts in your ear again. At this point, I don't even want the ice cream. I just want answers. Where is this truck going? Is it teleporting? I chased that ice cream truck so long, I burned off the calories for 2 or 3 Sundays that I never got to eat.
The news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
The Schaefertown Fire Department is celebrating 100 years this weekend with food, music, and a fire truck parade. Though locals say the real spark is the open bar where the firefighters are proving they can handle a hose and a hangover. Nayog Park in Scranton is hosting a free event for seniors next Friday with free food, music, and dancing called Lackawanna Community Celebration, or as the seniors are calling it, the night we all forget where we parked. The Badleys are headlining the 2025 Fine Arts Fiesta in Wilkes-Barre on May 17th, but don't be surprised if the encore is just them arguing over who gets the last pierogi from the food tent.
Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Most of us leave the grocery store with milk and eggs. Sometimes, though, you leave with a bruised ego and a crash course in atmospheric science. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, last week, I took my father-in-law grocery shopping. As we were exiting the store, I had a surprise encounter with Channel 16's Joe Sedeker and Chief Photographer Paul Cabasa. Joe was filming a segment for Wham Cam, you know, the feature where he asks everyday people quirky science-based questions, because nothing says relaxing Saturday like getting ambushed in the parking lot by a guy who looks like he just sprinted out of a hurricane holding a microphone.
So, Prospector, did you take a shot at the Wham Cam question? Did you do it?
Yeah, he asked me. I wanted my father-in-law to do it because he's much more educated than I am. He's much smarter than I am, but he didn't want to be on TV. Let me tell you something. Nothing tests your intelligence faster than being on TV with a bag of grapes under one arm and a confused old man yelling, "Did you get the bread?" standing behind you.
So what was the question?
I had to figure out the answer to this question. Why, after the sun sets, do we experience such a long period of twilight?
And how did you do?
Not great, but not terrible. I correctly said that it had something to do with light refraction and scattering.
I didn't realize that the Earth's atmosphere was also a key part of that equation. I mean, who really knows how Twilight works, right? I'm just trying to figure out how self-checkout works 2 minutes ago without having to call over a teenager with a nose ring. He's ambushing me about this.
So Joe was all pumped, getting excited as you started to answer right, only to be let down by your failure to figure out all of it.
Yeah, because you know how Joe gets. He's getting all excited. He's like, yeah, and he's getting all excited. And then he's like, well, I don't know what's going on now. Because all of a sudden I realized I'm running out of steam. I don't know. I wouldn't get it right. At best, I was going to be half right, which, of course, kind of kills me because, I mean, my brother's a meteorologist. I should know some stuff, right?
I don't know. Does your brother know radio?
You know what? Yeah. He worked here for years. They had it warm radio back in the day. He knows the radio biz a bit better than I know meteorology.
So we're trying to catch the Wham Cam segment featuring Prospector, expected to air on a Wednesday soon during WNEP's Morning News.
Now, I watched this morning, and it was not the one they shot with us. Same outfit, so they shot it the same day, but it was about sunglasses instead. So hopefully it happens. Keep watching. Maybe you'll see me pretend to be Neil deGrasse Tyson while juggling a receipt the length of the Dead Sea Scrolls and arguing over who has the cart with the best wheels, because nothing says science expert like a grown man in cargo shorts half-guessing physics next to a stack of Gatorade specials.
107.
A woman named Danielle's bittersweet TikTok is going viral because it shows her painting her cousin Amanda's nails the day before she was taken off life support. Danielle said it was just a way to try to bring comfort and normalcy to her cousin in her final moments.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
You usually aren't thinking glam and Dunmore at the same time, you know? Unless you count that one kid at Dunmore High School who's way, way, way too into My Chemical Romance. It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. Kate, here we go. Glamping in Dunmore. Dunmore just approved a plan to build a glamping site. That's glamorous camping, by the way, right by the I-84 380 Twin Bridges, because nothing says luxury like sleeping 200 feet from the I-84 flyover.
Okay. Hold on, though, Prospector. This could be really cool. They're building 5 upscale cabins near Silver Lake. Picture it. 5 cozy cabins nestled in the valley. You've got nature, you've got hiking, maybe even a fire pit with some string lights. Very Instagrammable.
It's like roughing it without actually roughing anything, though. You're going to fall asleep to the soothing sounds of bullfrogs and Jake breaks? Was that an owl? No, it's a PennDOT truck backing up into your soul.
Come on. It's called glamping for a reason. It's camping for people who want to connect with nature without mosquitoes in their underwear.
It's called glamping because I want to feel outdoorsy while scrolling TikTok in a king-size bed. Doesn't fit on the brochure, okay? You want to go camp? Go camp. Pitch a tent. Go whatever. But don't be ordering DoorDash from a log cabin with Wi-Fi and a wine fridge and calling it glamping.
It's near the new North Pocono Trail. You can hike, bike, explore, then come back to your cozy cabin for a nice shower and a real pillow. It sounds amazing.
Sounds like somebody watched too many HGTV specials about tiny homes with composting toilets. And let's not forget, it's in that valley between 2 giant interstate bridges. You're not going off the grid. You're under the grid.
People are going to love it. It's close to home, it's got scenery, and you don't have to wrestle with a 10 pole that looks like it came from the old NASA satellite.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to sit by the campfire and hear nature's lullaby. Crackle, crackle. Did you hear that? Oh, traffic is merging onto 435. It's magical.
You're just mad because you know they're never letting you host Glamping with Prospector on the Travel Channel.
They'd cancel that show after one episode and a small grease fire. Still, I rated 2 stars on Yelp. Cabin had no minibar. Elk gave me side eye. Too many squirrels. Would not glamp again. Northeast PA's classic rock. Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, I think it's important for us as people, as a species, to understand each other a little bit better.
Well, we can take a step towards doing that if we spend a little time in each other's heads.
And we'll start with the ladies on Rock 107.
And now it's time for another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
It's time for the Kentucky Derby. Wait, why do I suddenly care about horse racing? The other 364 days of the year, I don't care about those little men riding thoroughbreds. Of course, Jimmy likes the Derby. He's busy handicapping the horses, watching the betting lines, figuring out which horse he's going to put his money on. But why am I so into it? Is it all the pageantry at Churchill Downs? The beautiful flowers? The great outfits? The hats? Oh, I do love the hats. I got myself a great hat to wear to our neighbor's Kentucky Derby party. It's pink. It has a wide brim and a wonderful bouquet of flowers on it. Okay, it's a little obnoxious. Hey, kind of like Jimmy. But the hat gives me more pleasure.
And that was another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
So if you hear that and you think, well, there it is. What's up with Prospector and Kate? Why are they ripping on the women?
We'll make fun of the men after the break on Rock 107.
107 traffic brought to you by Vanscoy Diamond Mine on Mundy Street, M-U-N-D-Y, Mundy Street.
And now it's time for another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Oh, the Kentucky Derby's here again. Hey, last year I won $650 on a $5 bet. Of course, I didn't let her know that. Acted like my horse was done before they hit the final turn. No way I'm giving her any of my winnings. Oh, they're hitting the gate? Time to put on that game face. She'll never know if my horse places, wins, or shows. That's some acting. Eat your heart out, Nick Cage.
And that was another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
You're not going to believe this, but I'm actually for a new law that they're talking about in Harrisburg. Good morning, it's Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, I know it's shocking, but there's a proposal that would make it mandatory for schools to accept cash at events like football games, concerts, dances. Honestly, yes, please, I'm there.
Whoa. Hold on. You're for something? Are you okay? Lean over here. Do you have a head, like a bump on your head or something?
Don't get used to it, but this one makes sense because not everyone, especially older folk, has Apple Pay or Venmo or whatever fancy e-wallet you keep in your phone. I mean, my Uncle Dale still thinks that Bluetooth is a dental condition.
Okay, but let's be real. Most places don't take cash anymore. It's all tap or scan or QR code, and I very rarely have cash on me. And when I do, it's just to convert it to quarters to play pinball.
Fine, okay, that's perfect, and that's good for you. But what about, like, the grandparent who wants to watch their grandkid in marching band during the football game or something like that? They get there with a 20, and the school's like, sorry, we only take futuristic robot money and hope.
But schools are saying that it's safer. No cash to steal, no fake bills, no, oh, please, Timmy, don't take my lunch money.
And look, I understand that it's safer, but you got to understand that not everybody's got a credit card. Not everybody can get one. You're going to start going card only, and you're cutting out poorer families, too. You're saying, I'm sorry, your kid can't go to the dance unless your mom has a smartphone and decent credit.
All right, well, when you put it like that, now I feel like a jerk.
And you kind of should. I mean, look, this isn't about me or it's about you. It's about grandma and grandpa. It's about some people who maybe can't do some things that other people could do. They showed up and they want, they got their Werther's original in their pocket. And they want to give it to little Timmy after the thing. They're there. We got to let her in. If it takes cash to do it, let her in.
You're making this sound like a Hallmark movie. Love and Exact Change, the Silver Stadium story.
I'd probably watch that. If someone pays for prom tickets with a sock full of nickels, I'm okay with that. I think that's fine.
Still, there's something nice about tapping your phone and walking in. No lines, no counting change, no mystery gunk on the dollar bills.
Look, digital's fine. I'm not saying toss digital. Have both. But just don't forget the people who don't live their lives on the app when we're talking about going to see their kids and grandkids play. Let them pay with good old-fashioned cash. It smells weird. It folds weird. It's ripped in half sometimes, kind of just like America.
And sometimes smells like a drive-through milkshake accident.
Exactly. It's called money with character.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather round the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Jam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
Kudos to this guy for being creative, but his clever promo attracted the wrong kind of attention. An accused drug dealer in East Texas is facing charges after police say he filled at least 5 plastic Easter eggs with weed and hid them for customers to find. It happened in Lufkin, Texas. The guy's name is Avante Nicholson, and cops found out about it after he posted photos of the eggs on Facebook. He told people that whoever shopped with him that day would get hints revealing where the eggs were hidden. Police found 4 of them, and the 5th egg was found in a park by a man and his granddaughter the day after Easter. Most of them were hidden in parks. Cops also found at least 1 egg behind a Motel 6. Altogether, the eggs had just over a quarter ounce of weed in them. Last I heard, cops were still trying to track Avante down.
Nominee number 2.
Escaping from prison seems like a last-ditch effort to sniff freedom. You wouldn't try it if you had the chance to be released anytime soon, right? A man named Lucas Brown was caught escaping from jail in Colorado last Thursday night. He was on the loose for about 35 minutes. And get this, he was supposed to be released just 2 days later. Well, now that won't be happening. Lucas was working as a kitchen trustee and was cleaning up for the night. He went to take out the trash and just ran off. Here's another twist. He was previously caught escaping back in 2017, so he shouldn't even have qualified for the trustee position with outdoor access. He had that role for about a month, but didn't try to make a run for it until last week. Lucas was serving a 90-day sentence. There's no word on how much extra time will be tacked on due to the escape attempt.
And the winner is...
the man who got caught breaking out of jail 48 hours before his scheduled release. Ain't getting out that fast now. You're the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day on Rock 107.
Thanks for listening to Prospector's Prime Cuts podcast. Be sure to catch us live weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m. on Rock 107 or online at rock107.com or the Rock 107 app. A free download for your Android or iPhone. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss Prospector's Prime Cuts.